Hi learners! Do you think if you do not use proverbs and idioms, your writing and speaking are incomplete? You thought it right. Without good proverbs and idioms, you cannot speak all good all the time. Means your speaking would be intermediate, but I would always say that it would lack in charm, in grace all the time. So proverbs, idioms are always there to boost your writing and speaking. Very quickly, we will talk about some important idioms which may enhance your writing skills and speaking too. Let's get started now. The very first idiom which I really like is time is money. We always use this, time is money. Whenever you say time is money, people are really living in this fast-paced world. They don't have time. So whenever there is a topic that you have to talk about work life, you have to talk about that no one has time, or people are inclined towards work which give them money. So always use the proverb time is money. Next proverb which I really think you can use whenever a difficult situation comes. Let's say you are writing something and you want to give it an expression that things cannot be done in a day. It takes time to improve and everything. So straight away you can use the proverb Rome was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. So it takes laborious efforts to make something happen. So the proverb Rome was not built in a day sets your style all the time. Sometimes you're writing something, you want to give it expression that people talk a lot about that, but they don't do about that. So if they start doing it and talking less, it will be good. Why to say so much on that? Write down just one proverb and you're done, or either speak one proverb or you're done. Action speaks louder than words. It is such a wonderful proverb. Whenever you want to say that, you should do more, talk less about anything, always use this proverb. Action speaks louder than words. The next proverb we are going to discuss is it is easier said than done. Whenever I use this proverb, I mean to say that it is very easy to say, but it is very tough to do that. Practically it is not possible, but everyone talks about that. So anytime you're talking about any problem and you say that, you talk about problem, but finding solution is very tough, you can straight away use this proverb. It is easier said than done. It will be a wonderful way to express yourself all the time. The next proverb, which I really feel like using it all the time whenever it comes to education, or it comes to any passion or something. So this is my logo too. You must read it, that knowledge is power. And maybe that anytime you want to talk about anything else which is powerful, always say that knowledge is power, education is power, anything that which you think has potential. So always use this idiom, this expression. The next idiom, the earlier part which I've discussed are more of proverb, and if I talk about phrase and idiom, one of my favorite idioms is always that on the fringe. When you say on the fringe, it is always like dying situation, it is always in danger. So your career is on the fringe. Whenever you say your career is on the fringe, which means that it is a problem, you must do something about that. But using this idiom or phrase sets the rhythm. The other, I always say, anyone who asks me that what do you think about that, and if I want to say that I'm not very modern about that, I always say, oh, I am an old school when it comes to this topic. So I don't say that in my opinion, I always say I am an old school when it comes to wearing clothes. I am an old school when it comes to education. Means I have a very old thinking when it comes to school. You know what? When you bring certain changes to your writing, to your speaking, only then the person who is listening to you, writing your article, would feel that you have this level of writing, level of speaking. You should always allow yourselves to talk better, to upgrade your skills, and never having this, we say that given up attitude that I can't do that. So I will be winding with the phrase. I always say that success favors the prepared mind only. So when I say success favors the prepared mind only, success doesn't fall. in one go. You have to make efforts, and when you're making efforts, God is watching it. Keep learning. Bye bye.